welcome to PSM Perfect Solution for Maths. Today we are going to learn the important thing, that is SSLC most likely blueprint. So before going to start the SSLC most likely blueprint, we will learn what is there in the question paper pattern. So how the question paper will be. So here by the KSEEB board, we have 1 marks, 8 question, which carries totally 8 marks, that is called as multiple choice question. So here there will be 4 objectives will be given. In that 4 objectives you have to choose the correct one and you have to write the answer. Similarly the second what we have, that is again 1 marks 8 question, that is totally 8 marks, but this is called the very short answer. Very short answers are the definition or a statement of a theorem or a small problems you are going to have. So you have to solve that problem. Next we have again 2 marks question, that is 2 marks, again we have 8 more question. So totally 2 8 the 16 marks you are going to get. In this 2 marks question you have to remember you will have 2 or question. Here or question refers to in 2 question you have to attempt any one, means 2 questions will be given, in that you have to choose any one and you have to answer which you know. Next is 3 marks. 3 marks questions totally you will have 9, the total marks will be 27, and here you will have 4 or question. Remember here you have 4 or question. So this is the 3 marks question. Now coming for the 4 marks question, here you will have 4 marks 4 question, total of 16 marks, and here you can see there will be 1 or question. So in the 2 question you have to choose any one and you have to write, and the rest 3 will have to write directly. Next is last one, that is 5 marks 1 question, that carries totally 5 marks. So totally if you will calculate correctly you will have totally 38 questions. In that 38 questions total marks you are going to get is 80. This is your question paper pattern. Now we can move on to the SLC most likely blueprint, how it will be. Coming to the SLC most likely blueprint, here you can see the question numbers over here, the content what it is, and the marks allotted for that we can see. So first one we will move on to the first question to 8 question. I have already told first 8 questions are multiple choice question, and the multiple choice question will be different, so we can't guess that whatever question it may come. So it may be from your textbook or any some part from the outside of the textbook but related to your syllabus. Similarly 9 to 16 questions also very short answer. Here statement of a theorem is one is compulsory, and you will have most of the questions from the lessons from your textbook only. So we can't directly say that this type of question or this type of syllabus only they may take from any lesson. So coming for the next part, that is 2 marks question, that is question number 17 to 24. You can glance. The first one you have to remember, here most importantly you have to learn construction of a circle. Here construction of a circle is nothing but you have to construct a circle. For that you have to draw the tangent from the external point. So construction of circle lesson you have, in that you can learn this, and most importantly definite question you will have here 2 marks question, that is construction of circle, and you have to construct the tangent also. Second one, when you are going to come, there is the distance formula. Distance formula is very important. This distance formula what we have, that may come for the 2 marks question, or it may be asked for 1 marks also, but definite question you will have. So at least you will get 1 marks or 2 marks question from the distance formula, that is section formula what you have. Next coming to the next part, that is nature of root or quadratic formula. Quadratic formula or nature of root is most important lesson. Important formula also you have that you have to solve. They will give the equation for you, that is quadratic equation they will give, and you have to substitute the formula and you have to find the answer. Definite one question, it may be asked for nature of roots or it may be a quadratic formula, that is for 2 marks. Now next coming to the most important, probability. Probability is carries again 2 marks question. From probability it may be asked the questions regarding the playing of dice or playing of cards deck, Or next one, there is a coin, they may use that and they may ask one question on that, and it is very easy to answer the probability. Again, one more thing, the probability, again it is a 2 marks question also, and also any one question may be asked from multiple choice or what very short answer also, but probability 2 marks question is definite. Along with that, they may ask in multiple choice or a very short answer. So coming to the next, linear equation in two variable. A simple equation will be given and you have to solve that equation. You have to find the x value also and y value also, and if you will find that two thing very easily, and you will get the 2 marks. That maybe you can apply any one of the method to solve that. Elimination method you can apply, substitution method you can apply, and don't go for the graphical method over here. So elimination is very good or substitution is very good. Cross multiplication also it will be lengthy, so go for elimination method. So linear equation in two variable can be solved very easily. Again, the 2 marks question. Coming for the next one, area of the shaded region. So here one circle may be given, inside that uh, one more rectangle will be given. The shaded area you have to find. What is the shaded area? It is based on the section area of circle, and you have to find the area of the sector or area of the segment. So like this way you have to find the area of the shaded region. Here also you will have 2 marks question. Next one is problems related to theorems on triangles. See, it is a very important concept over here. You have a big lesson, the triangle. You have several theorems in that. You have BPT, Pythagoras, area of a similar triangle, ratio, and all these theorems are very important. But here one thing you have to remember, this question will be asked for 2 marks, so a very simple problem will be asked. But one thing is that the 4 marks you have one theorem on the triangles. If the triangle theorem was asked for Pythagoras, here the question may come from BPT or AA criteria or anything other theorem. The same type of a theorem and the problem will not come. So you have to learn all the theorems for your do better in the exam. So go for it. 2 marks question, a simple problem will be you have to solve. Next very important, that is arithmetic progression. Here it is a simple one, problem will be given. It is based on the AN or it may be based on SN. Most importantly, they will go for AN most of number of time, but they may ask SN also. You must remember the formula. You have to substitute the value and you have to find the answer. Nth term and the sum of the n terms of the AP that you have to follow. This is all about your 2 marks question. And again I have told there will be 2 or question. If there is a 2 or questions, which from which lesson it may come? It may come from that trigonometry also. The degrees will be given 0 degree, 30 degree, 45 degree, 60, 90. Based on that they may ask any or question. Similarly here only they will interchange the question and they will ask the 2 or question. So these are the 2 marks question you have to remember to solve the problem. Now coming for the 3 marks question, that is question number from 25 to 33 we have. Here we have to go through the first question, that is the theorems on circles. So here the most importantly theorems on circle is we have only 2 theorems, that is 4.1 and 4.2. But 99% the question will come from theorem 4.2, that is tangent from the external point to the circles are equal. But you can learn the 4.1 theorem also. It may be asked, but the rare cases it will ask. But 4.2 theorem is most important theorem. So here you can get 3 marks very easily. Next, coming for the next question, that is construction of similar triangles. Here construction of similar triangles refers to the 2 methods. This is the construction part and you have 2 methods. That one is the numerator is smaller and denominator is bigger. For example 3 by 5. So one triangle if you have, for that triangle you have to construct one more triangle. Means here you have to see the numerator is smaller and denominator is greater. The one more triangle, similar triangle, what you are going to construct, it will be inside. So if the question is like this way, 4 by 3, if you have one triangle, So now the numerator is greater and denominator is smaller, the triangle is going to form will be outside of it. So this is one construction and it is 3 marks question. And next coming for the most important is root 3 and root 2 is a irrational number, you have to prove. Very important question and definite question you will have, that is root 3 and root 2 is irrational number, you have to prove. Again with this you will have one or question. I have already told this 3 marks question you will have 4 or question. In that 1 or question will be here. Along with that irrational number you have to prove, it will be HCF and LCM you have to prove. SCF and LCM you have to find also. So it is 3 marks question. But most number of time you can go for root 3 is irrational number, root 2 is irrational number, because it is simple to remember. Next, very importantly, coming to the next part, that is statistics. In that you have to find mean, median or mode. Any one you have to find. It may be a mean you have to find, it may be a median, and it may be a mode you have to find. That is 3 marks on question. Next, very importantly, again OG curve. OG curve is again a construction part. Again you have here two types of OG curve you have, that is less than and one is more than. So understand the topic, understand the things correctly, and definite 3 marks one question. So 3 marks here are very definite questions, so you can't leave the 3 marks question only. So coming to the next part, there is midpoint formula or area of a triangle formula. One triangle, if you have to find the area of that, but condition is that they will give only coordinates for you. But they may use anything else also. They may combine that area of a triangle formula along with the midpoint formula, and they may ask, or they may ask for the section formula, that is bisection or a trisection. So you have to remember both the thing. So remember area of a triangle, midpoint formula also, or section formula, that is bisection or trisection formula also. Now coming for the next one, that is polynomial, that is long division method. So long division method you must remember, because here you will have or question also, that is also carries a long division method only. So understand the concept polynomial, in that very important is long division method. So coming for the next one, that is trigonometry. Trigonometry, some of you will like the trigonometry, some of you will get confused in trigonometry. So in my next video I am bringing most important problems solved, which will be useful for your annual exam. So in my next video you will have the, based on the trigonometry you will have some questions solved. So most important question which is not there in your textbook, that I will solve. So that is based on 11.4 exercise, and trigonometry is very easy, but you have to run your brain. Now coming for the next, it is the next part of the trigonometry, that is application of trigonometry. Application of trigonometry, most number of time it is based on the tan theta. So you have to find the height of the building, you have to find the distance between the tower and the building, you have to find the distance between the person and the building. So application type question you will have on the trigonometry. It is most important, and remember that it is based on tan theta. So tan theta you have to learn all the value, tan 30 degree, tan 45 degree, tan 60 degree are most important. So this is all about your 3 marks question, and once again I will tell you there are 4 or question, remember that, and you can get minimum marks in this 3 marks question because it is easy, and some of them are definite question you will have for your annual exam. Coming to the 4 marks question, that is 34 to 37 question. Here the first and foremost thing you have to learn is theorems on triangles. So I have already told that while explaining this 2 marks question, triangle lesson is a very important lesson, and here you have to learn the theorems. Is first one is BPT 2.1 theorem is very important. It is also called as a Thales theorem also. And next one is Pythagoras theorem, that is 2.8 theorem, that is also very important for 4 marks question. Next one is converse of Pythagoras, that is 2.9, that is also most important theorem. And last one is area of a similar triangle, 2.6 theorem, that is also very important. Learn these 4 theorem, and any one will be asked. And one thing you have to remember here, if BPT theorem is asked for 4 marks theorem, there 2 marks question. What you are going to get is Pythagoras or that is a areas of similar triangle or AA criteria. You know this AA criteria already, that any one type of problems you will have for 2 marks. If the question is asked for a Pythagoras theorem will be asked over here, the 4 marks question, there may be asking of the BPT, areas of similar triangle or AA criteria. If the theorem is coming from the area of a similar triangle, then it will be BPT, Pythagoras or AA criteria. Any one problem will be asked in 2 marks. So similarly, they will shuffle in the question. And next, this is most important lesson from the triangle, that is 4 marks, one theorem will have, definite one theorem will have in this 4. Next, coming for the next one, that is graph of a linear equation in 2 variables. And this one, none of you can miss this, because most important 4 marks, pocket marks we will call for this, because you have to take the two equation, you have to solve for x and y, and you have to find the value of x and y, you have to draw the graph, and you have to substitute the value, and you have to put two linear graph, and where it will touch that point you have to mention. That is most important, very easy part you will have for 4 marks. Don't miss this question. Next one is problems on quadratic equation. Statement form you will have. For example, a boat is moving in a still water with this kilometer per hour or meter per second, and next one, the speed of the stream is 10 meter per second. Like this way they will you will have one quadratic formula, quadratic form equation you will have, that is also statement form. They will not give the direct form of the equation, and you have to understand the question and you have to solve. That is 4 marks. This question little bit tricky, but that is not so much of tricky. If you will practice this for some time, you can understand this concept and you can solve this problem. So this is 4 marks question. Coming for the last, that 4 marks question is arithmetic progression. The arithmetic progression is will be asked for 2 marks also and asked for 4 marks also. So when they will ask for the 4 marks question, see here it is related to an or Sn. So both the things are possible, an may be asked or Sn may be asked, but it is combined with the 2 or more an or Sn. For example, if the eighth term of an AP and sixth term of the AP, sum of the two terms are 23. Like this way they will combine, and they will ask you to find S16. One more thing will be given, sum of 10th term plus sum of 7th term is equals to, for example, 38 may be given. Then they will ask you to find S16 or A16. Like this way they may ask. So you have to remember, you have to understand the concept, then only you can solve this type of problem. But it is easy, you know AN formula and SN formula, substitute and find. So it is 4 marks, again definite question. So this is all about your 4 marks question. And here one thing, one OR question you will have. So OR question is based on the quadratic equation you will have, or it may be on the AN graph, and the theorem will not have any OR question. So the OR question will come for problems of quadratic equation or arithmetic progression, but most number of time it is going for the quadratic equation only. The last thing and the foremost thing, it is nothing but the 5 marks, only one question. That is very important, because if you miss this question you will lose the 5 marks. So very importantly, and that is the definite thing we can understand, it will come from the surface and volume only. And here one more thing you have to remember, the question is based on the two joint figure. For example, they will combine the cylinder with the hemisphere, or they may take a cylinder and they will join with the cone. Like this way there will be two joint solid figure you will have, and there will be a question based on the volume or a surface area. But most number of cases, if you see the all the model question paper and everything, most number of time that is going for the volume only. So learn the volume correctly, and it is simple, but they will combine this one figure, the solid figure, along with one more. So they may ask one tank you have, in that the water is filled. It is in the shape of a cylinder and two hemisphere what I drawn over here, and that water we have to be put it in a small cylindrical boxes, so that cylindrical box measurement they will give, and you have to find how many such container it will fill the water. So like this way you may have any type of question combination of two question, the two figures they may give, the solid figures they may give. So here one more thing, there will be no or question, so you have to learn and you have to answer only, but remember all the formulas and very easy to remember. If you want, type the in a comment that formula, how you can learn the formula very easily. I will bring one more video for that that also. So this is all about today's blueprint, that is SLC most likely blueprint. Thank you for watching PSM. Please like, subscribe and share my channel. See you in my next video. Till then, take care. All the best for your exam.